Welcome to another episode of Atlanta Capital Cooking. Today we'll be making pork scallopini. It's a very good dish. It has a caper lemon butter sauce that we'll finish it with, and very simple recipe, and it's very delicious. So we'll get started. Thanks for coming along. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like my content, please give me a thumbs up. To start out, I'm fumbling around with some plastic wrap. I'm going to put 2 layers down on the countertop. We'll take the pork cutlets and we'll pound each one out to 1/4 inch. I have 3 boneless pork chops. I'm going to cut each one in half and then pound them out. Here I'm going to salt and pepper to taste, and also for added seasoning I added a granulated garlic as well. Boost the flavor. So our pork is seasoned nicely. We got the plastic down on the countertop. We'll now take 1 cutlet, place it on the plastic wrap, fold it over, get the mallet, and pound it to 1/4 inch. And the plastic wrap will help facilitate cleanup. Just going to take a Clorox wipe and clean the countertop well. We're finished with the mallet. So now we'll start the breading process. Here I've got a 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs and 2 eggs I will beat together. We will dredge the pork in the eggs, and then we'll bread it with the panko. Before I beat the eggs, I'm going to add a little salt and pepper just to make sure everything's well seasoned. This is optional. Once again, We'll start in the egg mixture, coat both sides, and then into the panko. And once in the breadcrumbs, we'll take each cutlet and press down well on both sides. We're finished with the breading process. Now to the stove top, we'll add about 3 tablespoons of a neutral oil. I'm using vegetable oil. To that, I'll add a tablespoon of butter and let the pan come up to temperature. The stove is set at medium high. Okay, the pan is up to temperature. We will add our cutlets to the pan and we'll cook each side for about 5 minutes or until golden brown. Here I've cooked both sides until golden brown. From there, I've wiped my pan out and I'm going to take half of a small jar of capers and add them to the pan. You can use as little or as much as you like as far as the capers. Next step, I'll add a 1/4 cup of a dry white wine, and we'll reduce that down till there's virtually no more liquid. Most of our wine has cooked down, so now I'm going to add the juice of 1 lemon to the pan. All of our flavors has reduced down nicely. Now we'll add 1 cup of chicken broth and bring it up to temperature. Now we'll season the sauce with salt and pepper to taste. I let the chicken broth reduce for about 5 minutes on medium heat. Now we're going to incorporate 3 tablespoons of butter to the sauce, adding it a tablespoon at a time. When you're adding your butter to the sauce, if you're using a cast iron skillet, you can turn the stove completely off, or if you're using a saute pan, make sure that your stovetop temperature is on low. Once your first tablespoon of butter is incorporated in the sauce, you just repeat the process with the other 2 tablespoons. So now we're going to add our last tablespoon of butter to the pan and whisk it in, and the sauce is ready to go. I take a squeeze of lemon once the butter is melted just to brighten the sauce up a little bit, but that's optional. And me personally, I like the crunch of the breading on the cutlet, so I add the sauce to the cutlet, but at this point you can add the cutlets back to the pan and let them sit in the sauce. So that's totally up to you. So the sauce is finished. We're ready to plate the meal up. Thanks for coming along and cooking this dish with me. Please let me know in the comments how you like it. I served mine with a Caesar salad. It turned out really well. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. See you on the next one.